Hey Islam people, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well and in good health. Okay, so I came across this article and I thought, interesting. So it says here, outrage as Spanish town banned Muslim religious festivals from public spaces. I thought that was interesting because it mentioned the Spanish town, so obviously Spain. So let's take a look and then we'll discuss a little bit about the history of Islam in the country of Spain. So Conservative People's Party in Jumilia votes to stop civic centres and gyms being used for activities alien to our identity. Even the word Jumilia sounds like Jamili, sounds a bit Arabic anyway. So we'll go into that in a second. So it says here, a local authority in southeast Spain has banned Muslims from using public facilities such as civic centres and gyms to celebrate the religious festivals Eid al-Fitr, which marks the end of Ramadan, and Eid al-Adha, which marks the end period of the Hajj. So the ban in Jumilia in Murcia, actually a place where I've been, is the first in Spain. It was introduced by the Conservative People's Party and passed with the abstention of the far right Vox Party and the opposition of local left wing parties. The proposal states municipal sports facilities cannot be used for religious, cultural, or social activities alien to our identity unless organized by the local authority. Interesting. So, keywords here alien to our identity. You may or may not know that Islam actually existed in the Spanish region for over 7 centuries. So, over 700 years Muslims were in Spain and they contributed massively to the Spanish identity. I mean, the majority of words in the Spanish language are derived from Arabic, words and letters and so on. And the significant prosperity that they had under the Muslim rule and the advance of science, geography, business, entrepreneurship, farming, agriculture, all these different things made a massive difference in the Spanish economy, all the way up until the Spanish Inconquista period, where they basically, killed, genocided millions of Muslims and exiled millions of Muslims as well during that period of the 15th century or so thereabouts. But Spain and Islam, it's everywhere you go. So I don't know if you've been to Spain or not. I've been to Spain. I've been to Andalusia, the south of Spain, many times, and you can't miss it. As you walk through the cities, you'll hear the church bells, you'll see Christian activity and so on, but the Islamic faith is entwined with the culture, the heritage, and architectures within the walls, within the city. You'll see ruins and so on. Pretty much nearly all the churches were one stage mosques, and during the Conquista, as termed by the Christians, Reconquista, they killed the Muslims and they reconverted. Well, they converted the churches to they converted the mosques to churches at the time. So you can see the architecture still. For example, the famous Grand Mosque Cathedral in Cordoba, and you'll see it in Seville and many other places all over Andalusia. So the Islamic faith is actually a part of the Spanish identity, and it's intertwined with their heritage. But obviously, these right wing individuals don't believe that. Now, the local Vox party posted on X, thanks to Vox to the first measure to ban Islamic festivals in Spain, public spaces have been passed. Spain is and will forever the land of Christian people. Munir Ben Jaloun Andalusi Azari, president of the Spanish Federation of Islamic Organizations, told El País newspaper the proposal was Islamophobic and discriminatory. They're not going after other religions, they're going after ours, he said, referring to the recent rise of racist rhetoric and attacks. He added, we're rather surprised by what's happening in Spain. For the first time in 30 years, I feel afraid. Jumilia has a population of about 27,000 people. About 7.5% come from Muslim countries. Um, Interesting. So obviously, it's not just, for example, migrants from Morocco, North Africa, or other places that are Muslims there. There's actually quite a lot of Spanish Christians who actually reverted and became Muslim. You'll find a lot of them places like Granada, other parts of Andalusia. So actual Spanish people who have become Muslim. Then it says the decision is bound to be challenged as it contravenes Article 16 of the Spanish Constitution, which states freedom of ideology, religion, and worship of individuals and communities guaranteed, with no other restriction on their expression that may be necessary to maintain public order as by law. So Francisco Lucas, the socialist leader in Murcia, said on X, the PP violates the constitution and puts social cohesion at risk simply in the pursuit of power. Juana Guadialo, a former socialist mayor of Jumilia, said, what do they mean by identity and what about the centuries of Muslim legacy here, which is exactly what I just said a few minutes ago. Plus, I don't get anything to be honest. If Muslims are hiring sports gyms and stuff like that to do prayers, Eid prayers or whatever it might be, they're probably paying the local municipality, so that's actually boosting the local economy, creating jobs, providing income for those local sports centres and so on, for them to do private prayer within that space. So it doesn't make much sense to be honest. And unfortunately, there is and has been a rise of the far right in the south of Spain. South of Spain does suffer economically in comparison to the north of Spain. So obviously, richer areas are in Catalonia, places like Barcelona, whereas down south in Andalusia, there's more poverty and so on. And economic social factors might be adding to this. So Jumeirah was part of the Roman Empire until the Arab conquest in the 8th century as Jumela. It remained a principally Arab town for centuries until it was attacked by Christian troops led by Alfonso of Castile in the mid 13th century. Local Arab ruler reached an agreement known as the Capitulations of Alcatraz, under which Alfonso could be king as long as the rights of the existing population, as in the Muslims and Jews probably that were there at the time, were respected. However, shortly after Alfonso's death, Castile invaded Jumeirah, ending Arab rule. So there you have it. A bit of a sad one there, really, to be honest, with this Spanish town banning Muslim religious festivals. Please let us know in the comment section below. What do you think about that? Is that good? Is that bad for Spanish society and Europe as a whole? And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out the links in the description. Support the channel by clicking the join button. Catch you in the next one.